Hello. Well, we're going to show you guys how to clean out lobster heads and how to get the meat out of the heads. Most people just throw the meat away and they waste a ton of lobster. What you do, come here, babe. What you do is you take your lobster heads after you've removed the tails. Just go through the thing there. Well, you can adjust it. Take your lobster heads and hose them out. See all the yellow coming out? That's all the guts. You got it way down though. Can you see what's going on? I don't know. Anyway, you hose out all the guts and then put them in a pot. See the yellow? They call it the mustard, but it's what? The liver or whatever. But this is the easiest way to clean them out before you cook them. There'll still be a little bit in the meat, but not much.
It turned off.
Okay.
I think your battery was low.
Oh, it's still running. It just shuts that off so don't run the battery down there. It's still running. There's a counter on the front. Okay, so I'll finish cleaning these out and then we'll get to cooking them here in a little bit. We'll just cook it off. Alright, they're starting to boil. They'll start to turn orange. I'm going to let them come to a good rolling boil for about 15 minutes to make sure all the meat's good and cooked. Then we'll drain them and ice them. See how orange and nice and done he is? That's what we're wanting. Good and done. We'll use this lobster meat to make lobster salad. It's a lobster dip. It's a mixture of lobster, mayonnaise, cream cheese, scallions, garlic salt, a few spices. So we're not worried about overcooking them to where normally you don't want the meat rubbery. We're not worried about that. We're going to chop it all up anyway. Okay, I think we're good, so we'll cut our heat off, turn our tank off, and now we'll have a pot full. If I don't steam up the camera, you'll be able to see how orange and pretty they are. See how nice and orange? I'm going to drain the water off of these and get them in a cooler and get some ice to put in. Okay, now we're going to take the cooked heads and we're going to show you how to get the meat out of them. We'll do a few and then that'll be enough that you'll get the idea. And you grab them like all the legs and then right here I pull it apart. Grab them by the antenna, the big antenna parts, pull that out. Now all this is good meat to eat right here. You don't want the green stuff. We'll have to wash this meat off when we're done anyway. So once you do that, oh, we'll need the garbage can, babe. There's some meat in each one of these. good pair of kitchen shears. These are just like rose bushes. All these thorns are just like rose bushes. They will completely poke you full of holes. And there's the meat that's inside of there. It's really good. In the bowl. You're going to tear your hands up doing this with him. It's like wrestling a rose bush to do it. Anyway, so you just keep working on it until you get the meat out of these. The meat will come right loose. Use anything you need to use, like I'll use a knife to scrape this out. And then pull it loose in the bowl. These are his mandibles. He can bite you when he's alive, but all this green goo here is not good. Put it in.
This for garbage?
Not really, it won't hold much. That's why I was going to get the trash can. It's okay. We'll get it in a minute. But you can tell the meat from the inside innards. See what you can get out of these. A lot like eating crab claws, getting the meat out of it. What? This is what you do. I mean, I've sat here and done this
Oh, I know.
over and over. You get the hang of it after a few of them. See, the meat comes right on out, and then the shell we will get rid of. We'll get a trash can to do that with in a minute instead of this situation, because all this stuff is trash. Now, take all the legs off. These are the lungs, what they call it. These are the gills. And you don't want anything to do with that, so you want to down past that to this meat. Everything on this side. The amount of meat down in these little legs is such a small amount that it's not worth fooling with.
You like my eyeballs?
Yeah. They got eyeballs. And when you're done with, start getting, see, that's just one lobster. Except I hear shell in there, which we don't. You can hear it when you shake it. I hear a lot of it. I don't know why. But anyway, that's one lobster head meat, just so you understand. So when you got 12 lobsters, it's a lot of meat. So we're going to get to work on these and see when we're done. All right, we are done with all those lobster heads. That's what you end up with in the trash can. This is what the table ends up like. And I want to show you the difference. I mean, you see there's two big bowls of lobster meat here. That's all out of the heads. They will wash all this and clean it, but I had one lobster that we didn't get the guts rinsed out of. And if you don't rinse the guts out before you start, this is what you end up with. That's a lot of meat, but it's got a lot of guts on crap on it. So we will wash that really good before we, and then we'll wash all this, and then we'll shake it in the metal pans until we get all the shell out, if there's any pieces of shell. But that took us maybe an hour, and we ended up with maybe 1.5 pounds of lobster meat that we're going to make lobster salad out of, or lobster dip, and Lori will make lobster dip on the video. So till next time.
Ta-da!
Yeah. All said and done, 2 pounds of lobster meat that we would have just thrown away, that we'll make awesome lobster dip with. You can make omelets, you can use it for everything. You can put it in everything. Lobster mac and cheese, it's excellent for that. But that's a lot of meat that would have been thrown away. Now, when she makes the lobster dip, she'll do a recipe on